Hey, what's up? Hmm. My name's Eric Yamamoto. It's been a minute since I did an official live stream teaching kind of a thing session. Like lately I've been doing just free drawing and kind of just going over some process stuff about drawing. Previously I did stuff about writing. Today I wanted to go over some perspective. I really feel like perspective is so important when it comes to creating your shots. It allows you to change the camera angle. It allows you to give it depth. It's not one of the first things I think about. It's the first thing I think about is story, and then it'll probably be perspective. But perspective goes a long way when you board. But it's good to go over just some fundamentals. So the first thing I'm going to do is do 1 point perspective. Bruce, what's up, man? I'm glad that you're back on with me. It's been a while. Feel free to, throw a chat up in there. Let me know what you're interested in learning about. All right. So, 1 point perspective. 1 point perspective. This is 1 point perspective. There's my frame. Got a little railroad going right there. Maybe you have a train right here. And it's coming right at you. This is 1 point perspective. This is also 1 point perspective. Let's see, what could this be? Maybe there's like a line of trees. That's what all the books show, I think. And how they recede. Like that. Maybe they're like some trees or something. Let's see what else. There's another one that I had. 1 point perspective. And this is 1 point perspective. Just the back wall. So it's called 1 point perspective because, here, let me throw this over here. Ooh, I cannot talk about the current projects I'm on. I have did a lot of NDAs and stuff, non-disclosure agreements. But I did do Boys in the Boat. That recently came out. I have not watched it yet. It's just it's been pretty busy. I'd be curious if anybody's seen it. I've heard good things. What have I been watching recently? Oh my god. So Maria, who is someone that comes on here a lot, and also Rashid, they told told me to watch Killer of the Flower Moon. Oh my God, that movie was brilliant. I feel like Scorsese's films just keep getting better and better as he gets older and older. I mean, he is kind of old right now, but it was such an amazing story. Also, such a sad story. But I can't believe it was real. But I'm curious if there are any images from that. Killers of the Flower Moon. There are. Okay. Maybe I can. Let me see if there's any 1 point perspective here. Okay. Well, anyways. I'll have to watch both. Recent movie I watched was Godzilla -1. Oh, really? It was good? The Godzilla -1, I have not heard anything about it. I've heard a lot of good things about that too, but haven't had a chance to watch it. That's dope. That's dope. So anyways, back to 1 point perspective. Wait, Bruce, do you know that much? Do you know about 1 point perspective? Well, Well, in the meantime, this right here is called, I think it's called the picture plane. And what this is basically like you're here and you're looking at this piece of like glass at whatever else is here. Like, let's say there's some trees like that. You're basically like kind of like a camera. So when you're looking at that, everything recedes to 1 point, like right here. And this right here, this line is the horizon line. And this right here, HL is what I call it, horizon line. And this right here is called the vanishing point. And what I do is this horizon does not represent the ground. It represents like where your eye level is. So we call it horizon line, you call it eye level. And so like for instance, if we're right here, I mean, obviously the trees, these would be kind of small trees. So if I were standing right here, and let's say there were trees right there, right here, those trees will be like right here. Right here. Like that. But now I would need to be on a, if these were the trees like this, I would need to be kind of tall. Maybe like a ladder or something, because my eye level is like right where the trees are. Where the leaves are. So how would you get that shot? You'd probably need to get a crane or something, because it's higher up. I like to draw these little lines down there, like a grid, just so I know where to place things. So like what I did for the tree, I placed it on this line right here. So I know where to uniformly put it. But sometimes things aren't uniform. Sometimes you need to like have it like off a little bit. But again, I'm just gonna teach this for storyboarding. I'm not gonna teach it for like accuracy or anything, because you don't really have to be that accurate, but just enough to know what you're trying to do, because in the computer you could just there are applications like Clip Studio or Storyboard Pro or Painter. They all have like this or even Procreate. They have their own perspective tool, which I think is great, but you got to know how to use perspective before you use those tools. Bruce, you said a little bit from art class, but this stream was one I really look forward to. I feel like it's a major foundation. Dope. Thanks, man. Yeah, let's keep learning. So these, so basically you have your horizon, you have your vanishing point, you have your picture plane, but I'll call it the frame, and you have what are these, receding lines? I don't know what it's called, but anyways, what I wanted to show you are all these different types of one-point perspectives. Now, whenever I look at reference, I always try to see, you know, is it 1 point, 2 point, 3 point? So, like, for instance, what I like to do, well, before I like to analyze, like, okay, well, what is, like, where is, so some questions I ask, where is my eye line? So where am I looking? Where is the camera? Is the camera low? Is the camera high? Is the camera looking to the left? Is it looking to the right? So, like, for instance, this right here, a good way for me to show, let's get the line tool. I hit U, and here's it's this little line tool. Let me make this lighter, and then I'll take this and I'll throw a line like right here, because I'm trying to. If you're trying to find the eye line or the horizon line, I like to find these converging lines. Let me see. Where's my ruler? Here it is. I was gonna blame my kids for a second. But then you have like these converging lines right here. And what I like to do though is I gotta find how to intersect them. And then that intersection point right there, that's roughly where the eye line, that's roughly where the vanishing point is. This is my horizon line. So the camera is, here, let me take a look. So the camera is about like right where her collar is. That's like the placement. So let's say she's like, I'll just say she's 6 feet tall, because that's kind of something that I like to do. Hey Maria, what's up? Yeah, it's great to see you. And I was just talking about it earlier that I watched Killers of the Flower Moon, and oh my god, it was just an amazing film, incredibly sad, but incredibly beautiful, and it's something that needs to be told. It was a great story. The cinematography was brilliant. Storytelling was brilliant. So thank you. If you have any other recommendations of movies, please let me know. It's a lot of fun. So anyways, let's say she's about 6 feet tall. And it's right where her collar is. So that's where the camera is, right here. Let's me bump this back up. So, or let me just draw a little eyeball. So that's where the eye is. So we come back to this one, and I am guessing it's let's not guess, let's just do it. So I cross it right here. So I'd say it's about right here. I'm holding shift, and so the eye line, so the eyeball is like focused at the level of his head. Like, boom, right there. That's the vanishing point. And they'll all go there to that point. Maria, do you know about perspective? Sis, I think, or have you learned about perspective? Bruce says he has. I guess so. Maybe this is more about me showing you how I use reference and create shots. Oh, that's dope. I'm glad that I can actually give a little bit of value. Thank you. That's great to hear. So anyways, let's keep moving on. So right here, where's the camera again? Again, a lot of this is just repetition to figure this stuff out. I use one of these guys on my Cintiq because it just feels a little more organic than using like the shift tool or the shift or the line tool. I don't know. That's just kind of, it's accurate, but it's not pretty. So anyways, I come back here. I'm trying to find the intersection. And so I'd say this is kind of a lower angle. This is a low angle. But let's see, what do I see? It's intersecting right at the headlights. So I don't know how tall is a headlight from the ground. Maybe it's like 2 feet. It's about 2 feet off the ground. So yeah, I'm also thinking of like in feet, and I'm thinking in scale, because to be honest, when I started out, I wanted to be a set designer. I used a lot of SketchUp. I think I want to do a tutorial on SketchUp one of these days. But you got to know perspective first before you jump into SketchUp, I feel, as a storyboard artist. But I didn't want to... I wanted to get into set design, but what scared me was the dimensions, was having things at scale, and just the accuracy. And I'm not the best with math. But what's great about like doing with storyboards is kind of loose. It's not all about perspective, but I mean, again, perspective is a tool to help you get your camera angles, to get your viewpoint. So this is like 2 feet off the ground. And then let's see, this one right here. Well, there's a lot of lines, so so when you're doing this, you're gonna have to be like a little detective. You're trying to be, okay, where is the viewpoint, or where is the horizon line, where is the eye line? So let's see. Let's go back here. And what's interesting also is when you see where the okay, so it's like a little bit above the kid's head. Like, I also try to find meaning behind like where the camera's positioned. For example, like I first thought it was going to be the vanishing point was to be kind of like where the kid's head is, but it's like a little bit above the kid's head. And this guy right here, he's looking right there at the kid. The kid's looking down, he's looking away from him. But it's like what kind of meaning can you pull from this? I mean, this man is tall, this little boy, I mean, he's a giant. It's called the Tree of Life. This is what I got it from. I I haven't seen the movie. I got all of these images off Shot Deck. Really great resource. It's like, I don't know the pricing, but I would highly recommend getting it because it's really good inspiration. But it looks as though that he's looking down, but it's between them, so it's almost like it's not, if it was directly on him, I mean, the focus would be on him, I feel, but it's the relationship between these two people. I'd be curious to see what this is. But then, like, the architecture also plays in to the story. So there's a lot of things that play into it, but let's just keep it with perspective right now. Oh, let me check these. Nice. All right. So, got some Dark Knight here. Okay, it's about waist level right here. But it is still kind of low because a low angle, I know it sounds simple, but you see more of the ceiling, less of the floor. That's something that I try to keep in mind. So let's write that low angle. We see more ceiling. Also, another thing to note about a low angle is that the horizon line, or the eye line, is usually on the lower third of the frame. So this is a low angle. Yep. I'd say that's eye level. This is like shoulder level. This is low angle, like hip. I threw this one in here because it's what's it called? It's a telephoto lens, and everything's more compressed, so you get a lot more information in a smaller amount of in this. You just get a lot more information. Everything's compressed. So, where is this? Where is my... Okay. So here's where my eye level is. And so we're about like a little bit above the sink. So what I like, okay, so now what is a telephoto lens? It's basically something where you're basically like zoomed in, and how do you get this effect? Well, things are closer together, for one, like this. How are they getting closer, closer, closer? He's like a little bit bigger. And so like if you look at something, let me find something wider. Like this right here, it's pretty spaced out. So like it's like from here to here, that's pretty spaced out. So basically what a telephoto lens is doing is doing that. See how like compressed it is right there? But then it's like this. It's getting compressed. You guys have any questions? Let me know if you have any questions. All right. Just throw it in the chat or whatever. Again, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. It'll help me out. And would like to keep doing this stuff. All right. Next, you can use 1-point perspective. Sorry. Okay, let me see. Paul, what's up? Thanks for coming through, man. Doing all right. I want to just get back on the bandwagon with this YouTube channel. And let's see, Maria. So knowing lens is also really important for creating creative shots. Yes. I try not to think about lens like when I'm like thumbnailing and stuff, because I'm just trying to get the story. But I mean, it is back there in the back of my head. But I'm trying to think like a cinematographer at the same time. But yeah, I do think about lensing, and I get into that more with SketchUp and 3D programs. It really helps understand more about lensing. But yes, lensing is pretty important. I chose this right here. This is also 1-point perspective, but the point is like way off the page. I'm just going to say it's right there. But what is this? Why is it? Again, it might not be exactly even, but it's okay. So you could just say it's somewhere here. Now, I've always had trouble, or I never really understood, like, how do you draw something where, you know, the vanishing point is off the page? I was like, well, how do you do that? And like, you know, like, let's say if you have a storyboard or something, like, let's say your storyboard is like this big, and you wanted to do a shot where, like, that, like, how do you find that vanishing point way off over there? Like, what I do is I look at, okay, Scott Robertson showed me this. Scott Robertson is I think a car designer, but he has a really great book. It's called, I think it's just How to Draw. But what he did, like, let's say since the vanishing point is not on the page, like, I mean, I used to just guess it like that. But then I found out that if you look here on the edge of the frame, these are further apart right here, and these right here are closer. So use the frame to figure. So I don't know how to explain this, but if I need like another line right here, if I need another line right here, I would just go and put a point right here to right there. I am so sorry, I do not know how to explain this. This is just kind of intuitive for me. Right here, and then you have that spacing, and then yeah, that's how I would do it off the page. Or let's say the vanishing point is like, because like, you know how you would do storyboards, it's like, you know, you have 1 2 3 on a page or something, and like, how do you know, do a vanishing point if it's way down here, like that? So what I would do is I would first kind of like feel like where it is. And now I'm getting into 2-point perspective. But I would kind of feel where it is. I would start right here, and I'd be like, oh, okay, look, there's that line. If I need a new one, I'll come right here to right there. This is more like 2-point or 3-point. So anyways, that is 1-point perspective. And let's see, what are some other tools that I use? Yo, Steven, man, good seeing you. It's been just trying to explain how to use 1-point perspective and just little tips and stuff. It's hard to explain. Steven Platt is on here. He's Splatty. Dude is an amazing artist. He's a comic book artist and a storyboard artist. He did Iron Man 1. He did Oblivion. I don't know. Did you do Maverick? I don't know. Oh, you didn't. But man, you got a great record. Steven Platt, that's his name. Check his IMDb. I hope that he makes a YouTube channel. I feel like everybody should make a YouTube channel, to be honest, because it allows you to learn, it allows you to share, and it allows you to hopefully monetize, you know, and then we could create this community that we're making money from and sharing and creating dope work. I don't know. I have ideas that I want to do, but let me keep going on with this. So 1-point perspective. So, okay, is this 1-point perspective? Sure. Let's see. Secret Invasion, yes. Twisters, nice. Did that go back in production? Borderlands, is that still? That's dope. Thanks for sharing that, Steven. Okay, so all right, is this 1-point perspective? Boom, boom. So okay, I'd say the horizon line or the eye line or where the camera is. It's about right where that guy is. So yes, this is 1-point perspective, but I mean those lines right here ain't straight. They are angled like this. They're doing something different. What the hell, man? So I would say this is one. I think this is 2-point. So basically, 2-point perspective is when traditionally, 2-point is like this. It's like the easiest way to explain it. you have your horizon line. Here's your little eyeball. You have a stick right here. That stick is like a corner of a building. That's like the easiest way of explaining it, and it's been explained in tons of books. I just eyeball this because I've been doing this for a while, but I mean, if you want accuracy, I'll tangent just a sec. If you want accuracy, let's say you go like this, and you want to see the it receding. Let's say you first draw like where you want your next one, your next stick, and then from there, you find the middle of the blue square that you just made. Even though that this is going to be like a light pole or something, it still creates a geometric, like, parallelogram looking thing. But if you look at it in an elevation point of view, you know, they're all even. But, you know, it's a square, you know, like if you had an invisible line, it would show that. Oh, let me take a look. My latest crisis for a minute. Nice. Yeah, man, for sure. So you got to find, where is this midpoint? That's the question. So this is how I find my midpoint. You draw an X. Oh, the magics of X's. Isn't that great? There's the midpoint. So what I do next is I take from this vanishing point, or the eye level, whatever you want to call it, horizon line. Wait a minute. No, this is a vanishing point. And the line that it's on is called the horizon line. So here's the vanishing point. Bink. You're going to connect these like that, so it's in the center. Next, I take from this corner and intersect it with that corner and have it go all the way down to the ground where this is landing on. So let me get my triangle, and then I come here and I go boom, and that is where my next line is. Isn't that beautiful? And then after that, you don't even have to do the midpoint thing again. You just go from here, boom, boom. Wait a minute, that wasn't good here. Boom, 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 boom. It's not bad. So anyways, I eyeball it. So this is 2-point perspective right here, because you have one point right here, and you have another point right there. Dose. Okay. So back to this. This is 2-point perspective. I mean, people can argue it's 3-point, but just for my sake, I like to just say it's 2-point. You have a point way, because like you have a point way down here, like where all these lines are converging. No, it's even steeper than that. Let me see. If I take this, let's take this line right here and bring it all the way down there. Bring this line right here, all the way down there. Let's get this one over here, all the way down there. Yeah, it goes off the page, and that's tough. So that's when this little trick of getting your what should I call this, frame dots, I don't even know what to call it, but these frame these little dots is where the intersection of the converging lines go. So wherever the vanishing point is not up here, it's not up top like that. Nope. The vanishing point is down below. So wherever the vanishing point is, these little dots should be tighter together. And these up here should be a little bit wider. Wider. So, of course, like for instance, like if we take this, let me just take this right here. Boom, boom, boom. Wait, that's off. You have this right here. Then you have this one right. Let's say we have this right there. So the middle point right here to right here. The middle point, mid, like that. Ish. Yo, Ghost Edits. What up? Okay, so this is 2 point. Let's go over to. So, okay, what my point is that 1 point perspective, when it comes to lensing and things, like this is a wide angle. This is definitely a wide angle lens. Why? Because you're seeing more of the surroundings, and I usually think of lensing. So like when I make a shot, when I think of a shot, I think of it like this. So this is a low angle. So I would sometimes like just throw these lines in like this. Just make them do like just converge like that. Now I'm making the vanishing point way up here for this for the second for 2 point perspective, because then this is a wide angle lens because you're seeing more information. Man, I'm gonna have to edit this. I gotta make myself a little more clear. And I'm going right here to right down there. And then you come up here. So see how it all kind of like bends, or it kind of converges? Like it just gives like a feeling of like looming or bigness, you know? And I threw a character in right there, and it's like right about where maybe the thigh is. So we're kind of low, because like if we take a look at our frame, that's the middle of the frame right here. That's the middle. So I'm a little bit below. That's okay. That's just the shot I wanted to create. Another like, but then what happens if I wanted to go? Let's use the same thing. I'm gonna get my trusty little glove. This thing is great because it helps with the my palm sticks sometimes to the screen. It just gives a little more flow. But let's say what happens if I go like this? Then it has this like grander feel, you know? It's grand, it's big, it's we're looking down on it, you know, even though it's low, like we're looking down on stuff like let's see, let me throw a person in here. I like to draw something like this so I can see an a line so I know where the foot will go. I guess you could call it the ground line. I guess that is the ground line. I've always been confused on what the ground line is and what the versus the horizon line. But the ground line. So like, let's say if this is the ground line, you have actually, I don't think that would work. Let's see if I have a person right there walking like that. I mean, could that work? I mean, to be honest, let me think. If I were to throw a person in here, like if this was a hallway or something. So it's like kind of like right at the crotch. So yeah, so 1 point. If you want to have, okay, let me write this down. 1 point perspective. One point perspective. If you want it to feel like a wide angle lens, add a vanishing point above or below. All right. Moving on. Let's take a look at this. What I love about perspective is that it's like math. And I know I suck at math, but what I like about it is that it's reliable. You know, it's like a hard skill, whereas like gesture drawing is a little bit more of like a soft skill, I guess. It's kind of like it's more of a feeling. But okay, let's take a look at this. Oh wait, no. Let's find the horizon line. Boom. So there's the horizon. And now, so it's about at the hip side, hip. And now this, Oh, it's going, yeah, it's kind of like very slightly, it's very slightly, there's a vanishing point way up top. But the beauty of Photoshop is that if you wanted to, you could draw it like this. And you could just take it right here. And then you could click one of the corners. I usually like to click one of the corners. And hit right click. Right click is on my pen. It's this top part. This is my right click. This one I use to like the space bar. The space bar is like the hand, so I don't have to. I could just draw, and then, you know, I could just use one hand if I wanted to, which I like. Anyhow, I click this point right here. I come over here, perspective, and you could just boop, make it a little bit more like that, or let's see, you know, go this way. So that's the beauty of Photoshop. Bruce, you had a question. How do you choose the right perspective for a scene? You know, it just depends. It just depends on the scene. Like, let's say the scene is about a guy. Let's see. Let me see what time it is. All right, I have 10 minutes, so let's just do a quick scene. A man. Oh, I know. Let's play hide and seek. So that's the scene. The scene is hide and seek. There's someone looking for. So let's say it's a little girl. Little girl is looking for the little boy. So where are they? Help me out. Where could they be? It should be an interior, so they could be at home. So who equals brother and sister? What's it about? It's hide and seek. Where are they? Where are they? Help me out, guys. Where can they be? Okay, I'm just gonna make it school. Boom. Great. Cool. All right. So they're in school. So let's start this. So first, we got to have someone counting. Number one. Let's say little girl is counting in the classroom. Or no, by the flagpole. Number two, little boy hides. Where would be a good hiding spot? I'm thinking of my high school. I went to Venice High School. Maybe they're hiding in a bush. Maybe they're hiding in the cafeteria line. Maybe they could be in a classroom. I mean, easiest one is classroom. I'll just say classroom. In a classroom or science lab. All right, little boy hides in a science lab. Number three is little girl. Let's see. Sister seeks. And then that's when kind of the drama begins. It's kind of like, I don't know. So, okay. Now the next question comes is if they are, whose point of view are you? You know, whose perspective are you in? Are you in the little girl's perspective? Or are you in the little boy's perspective? Again, we're just developing a story. I think we'll just stick with the little girl, or we could intercut the little girl with the little boy when she gets closer, because there's some suspense that happens. Like, man, hiding can be like scary. So let's see. Little sister seeks. Number four, little boy is under the lab table. All right, so let's just start that. All right, 5 minutes. Little girl's counting by the flagpole. Okay, so let's start this. So why don't we start this many ways? Why don't we... I was going to have her first, like, have her head to the pole, and then you see the little boy in the background, but I'm just going to start with a traditional, what is that called? Establishing shot. So I'm placing the camera kind of low. I draw this out. Maybe there's like a flagpole like right here. Maybe you have like the entrance of the school right over here. Maybe there's some stairs right there. Maybe this is a double door. And then maybe you got some windows up top right here. I'm just changed. I changed the so like right now I'm like sculpting. I'm trying to find it, like where is this vanishing point? Oh, if I put the vanishing point right here, what does that do? It makes her over here, and maybe I'll have the little boy running off this way, like that. And maybe there's like I remember Venice High has like a weird little bridge thing right here. This is like the front lawn. And all right, so let's say they're counting. This is the wide. And then I'm like, yeah, I don't like that shot. That looks ugly. So I'll just go back with my instinct with the first one. She's right here. The little girl's right there. She's counting. I moved her over a little bit, and then I'll have the little boy running off this way. Again, I'm not thinking of perspective yet. My eye line right now is right with her. And another thing that I forgot to mention is about the head. So wherever the eye line is, the limbs of people's bodies are always in that same place. I don't know how to explain that, but basically it's like if the little boy goes even further down this way, his head is still right there. But then to figure out where his feet are, that's when you have to introduce the vanishing point. Here's his feet. And if you want the little boy, instead of going that way, you want him to go like this way. Let's see, he goes this way. Wherever that line intersects, he'll be right there. Running. So anyways, here she is, she's counting, and the little boy runs off this way, and then We're gonna let's leave the little girl now. Now we're with the boy. So let's say the boy is. Let's see. Okay, so let's say right here he runs this way, and then now we're with the boy. The little girl back here, she's counting. We're with the little boy, we lead. Oh man, this is, I don't know why I put the vanishing point there. I have no idea why, but let me see. I'm trying to answer your question, Bruce. This is a tough one. Because it's like kind of instinct at this point for me, but let me figure this out. So let's say, what if I made the vanishing point right here? So here's the boy. He's running. Let's say I put the vanishing point actually over here. What does that do? What does that give me? If the little girl is still over here, if it's over here, it almost looks as though the boy is moving this direction. So moving that vanishing point actually can change the position of where the boy is going. So let's say maybe, yeah, we'll make him go this way. Well, what if I made him look this direction? But what would be over here? Like, why have it there? Yeah, that'd be dope if he looks back. Man, it just depends on what you want to show. Where to find it. Thank you for answering. My other question about not inconsistency across multiple flames. Interesting. Okay. So anyways, he's running, and then let's say the camera leads. Oh, I know. A great way of figuring out where to put the vanishing point and the horizon line. Go look at a movie and then start just copying those frames, and then you start thinking about like a filmmaker. Look at Kubrick. You know, I didn't put any of Stanley Kubrick stuff on here, but he's a great one for one point. So anyways, okay, let's lead. Why don't we, he's looking for a place to go, so he goes, or no, here's what I like this. Instead, he looks back, and then he's gonna exit frame. So it's gonna leave her all alone. Just throw his arm in there just to kind of indicate that he's leaving. And then so she's still counting. So let's say, so what I like to do is if he exits this way, he's got to enter this way on the frame. So we could cut to a hallway actually. Like I'm very big on choose or experiment and choose, like, see how, like, when I'm like, hey, what if I put the vanishing point over here? What does it do? What if I put the vanishing point over here? What does that do? It teaches you how to find new ways of telling the story, giving new meaning. So anyways, here's the hallway. Let's say the door, let's say a hallway door is a little wider. Maybe this is the what is it called? The door. Fuck, I haven't been to high school in so long. But let's say there's a door right here, there's a door right here, door right here. I could use that little trick that I did, but I'm not doing it because I'll do that. I'm just trying to go fast right now. So let's say the boy, so this happens, so he could either actually I'll have him enter from here. So he's like this. Here's his back. And he enters right here. And he's like looking for like a room to go into. And let's say he chooses to go into a room over here. He goes into that room, and then again, I'll play. So let's say he exits this way. What if the vanishing point was up here, you know? And then, so it's a little higher angle. I put the doorway over, or the end of the hallway over there. Let's say the floor is right here. So maybe he'll come in right here. Oh wait, let me draw these doors right here. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, the doors, if this is the door right here. Doors are like 6.3 feet. So the little boy will be about that tall compared to the door. So if I draw a line right there, his head will be kind of like right here. And then let me just give some ceiling. But see how useful perspective is? I mean, it gives you camera angles. I mean, I think, you know, DPs, it would be such a great tool for them. I've had DPs actually ask me like, hey, you know, just show me a little bit about how to draw arrows, you know? And I just tell them, you gotta hire me because I can't teach you. You just gotta hire me. No, but I do. I tell them, you know, it's all about the perspective. It's all like dependent upon where you want the camera to be and what's the action. But anyways, so this is a higher angle shot right here. 1 point perspective. And he's gonna enter here, run around, go into that door. Maybe that's not what I want. I don't know. So at this point, I'd probably want to go back to the little girl. And then maybe and then from here, or this would be a cool angle like this. Where there's the thing, and then she's like, here's her hands. She's like, maybe the wind is blowing a little bit. Here's her hair. And then you feel a hand hand. She's counting on that pole. Here's her shoulders. Here's that pole. Again, you're kind of like trying to find it. Is that something interesting? Maybe it's like lower, so you see more of the sky. Like I mean, that's kind of pretty. Or should it be like this? And then maybe it's higher. She's doing the same kind of a thing. Is this making sense? I hope this is making sense. But anyways, I'm gonna have her chase after him. So let's just use this frame. I think that one's kind of nice. Actually, I should say, try not to erase your stuff because you might use it later. So let's say she's right here. And then she comes out like this. Ready or not, here I come. And then she's gonna exit like right there. And then maybe we go to, maybe I'll use this, or okay, let's just continue. Let me ask, hey, Steven, are you still on? Because I have a question. I'm wondering, oh, cool. I'm wondering, when you're thumbnailing like this, do you kind of like see, like, I like this shot right here, and I like this shot. So this little girl is exiting. I'm gonna go and do a similar shot like this of the little girl, like, entering. But maybe she should enter, like, maybe she's entering this way to find, you know, I forgot what my question was for you, Steven. But it's like, oh, do you continue with the first, with the sequence you have in mind, or do you kind of like get, like, I get stuck sometimes. Like, I'm like, okay, so she's exiting this way, and then I want her to find the boy. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna keep going with the same angles that I've had, and then have her enter like here, and she's like looking for him, and then maybe she'll go this way, but then I'm like, nah, I don't know if I like that. Like, do you go back and forth a lot, you know, or do you just go straight ahead to just finish the sequence, you know, and then go back and try to figure out, like, if that angle is good or if that angle is bad? I kind of like, I explore a lot of different shots and then proceed with the story. So always editing. Yes, always editing. You mean always editing like you don't finish the sequence and you're trying to figure out what that shot is, that current shot? Like right here, I was getting all caught up. Like, I don't know if this shot works. I don't know if this shot works, if the little girl's going to come in. Editing as I'm going. Okay. Got it. Yeah. So I guess we do the same thing. Cause like, I'm like, okay, she's entering this way. I'm not sure if I like this. So what I should have done is, instead, this kid is exiting this way, I'll make this hallway right here, And I'll have the little boy. This is the boy. He's going to enter the doors this way, and then he's going to come and go in here like that. I mean, the reason why I'm this is great, Stephen. Like you said a great word, editing. I'm editing. Oh wait, I will draw the shot, then have something better. I'll redraw it. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. Because right here, I have the boy. Now he's frontal to us. Where right here, you just see his back, and I feel like I want to see his face. I want to see his face, and then I want to see the little girl's face. So let's not do this. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. This is like it's like a puzzle. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. So she goes this way, or he goes this way, and he hides inside of the door, or he hides inside of the lab. Ready or not, here I come. Now this is the little girl inside the closet. Yeah. So this is the little girl. The seeker, I feel, is usually the one that's like the monster. They're the one who's trying to find and eat the good guy. Maybe. So here she's looking around. What I would do is, like, she wouldn't just boom go right into where she's looking. She would probably, now now you're having fun. So I'll just, maybe I'll have a shot of her. We'll have a shot leading of her looking around. Now I'm just gonna think of I've already thought of some ideas as I'm going. Like maybe you have another one where she is close-up shot thinking. Yeah, that's dope. I was thinking of maybe, how the schools. Okay, so now I know that sometimes they have little windows, like schools have little windows. Maybe you could see her like passing one of the, or like kind of like glancing, looking inside of one of the doors. What else? Like another thing, like, okay, how do I make this shot clearer? I need to figure out, okay, well, maybe there's like a poster in here that has like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and that reads as a classroom. But then she's gonna keep going this way, and she comes this way, and then maybe we'll have a following shot. Ooh, I'm running out of space. Well, no, I have all that space. Jeez. Whatever. This is what I'm gonna do. Explore more shots of seeking. So I'll do that later, since I've already gone over my time. But I'm just having so much fun. This is dope. Okay. So why don't we have a shot of he's hiding in a closet. I was actually thinking he was hiding in, like one of those. Well, I've had at Venice, in the science lab, they have these little like things that, like in Breaking Bad, they have those like little chemistry flame things, and then underneath there's like these little cupboard things, I think, where they could store like beakers and stuff. I was thinking that he'd be hiding inside of one of these things. I mean, I'm just thinking, oh, maybe the girl goes inside of there and turns the gas on, and then she leaves, and somehow it catches on fire and kills the boy. And that's fucking demented. But sometimes you gotta go there when you're doing films and stuff. So anyways, let's go to, I'm using 2-point perspective. I'm coming here, so let's have a little girl. No, we'll go to the boy. Let's go to the boy. Close up, I'm thinking. Love me my gradient. For enter. Maybe there's like a desk right here. So wait, we're like lower because we're by his head. So there's her knees right there. So let's go like this. If we're lower. Maybe there's a desk. Chalkboard. So this is making me think of that whole Jurassic Park scene with the kid and the raptors. So now I'm just kind of I'm just like making up shots to see if it works, because I don't know if what's gonna work. Like, oh, should I have a shot like this of like the little boy like that, and maybe you feel the sister right here or the little girl right there, and she just kind of passes by. You know, try to figure out how to make it suspenseful. Okay, this is the this thing. I guess okay, and then now my logic comes in. What makes her want to what makes her go into this room? Maybe she saw the door open. Maybe there's a footprint. Maybe maybe it smells like gas. I don't know. I don't know what makes her get in. That's a writer question. Sometimes you have to put that writer hat on. But right now, she just enters the room. I don't know. So let's say we go back to her. Not thinking of perspective right now because I'm just trying to get the story. Maybe we're kind of leading, we're moving with her. Then I'll just write on her feet. Maybe how does she find him? How does she find him? Maybe, you know, he drops something or something. Well, I'm stuck. I think I'm just tired, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna close this out. So basically, we did 1 point perspective. I feel as I touched a little bit on 2 point and a little bit on 3 point. Maybe on Friday I'll go over. Well, on Friday I want to go over 2 point perspective. I hope you guys got a lot out of this. Raphael at edits. Background, locker or cabinet, foreground, her in front of camera. Oh, you gave me an idea, Raphael. So here's my idea really quick that I got from Raphael. So the kid is not inside of he's not inside of a cabinet or anything. He's inside of a locker. And he gets himself locked in there. Let me write this down. And then he starts banging on it. Bam, 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 bam. Help me get out. Help me, help me, help me. And then the sister goes over and she's like, how do you, like, I'm trying to help you. How do I get you out? How do I get you out? And that's as far as I can get. Thank you, Raphael. That was good. All right, you guys. Let me just write that down. Kid hides in locker, gets locked out, bangs on the door. Sister tries to help, etc. Or sister leaves. Or sister leaves, leaving the boy stuck in the locker. So you have the happy Hollywood ending and the depressing independent thing. But I would probably go for the depressing. I don't know why. My mind just goes there sometimes. All right, you guys. Have a great night. Thank you so much. Check out Paul Angeli's. I think he's going to be on tomorrow. Man, his stuff is spot on. And I'll be doing this again on Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, you guys. Later.